How you guys doing? Welcome. Thank you for joining us today on socialmediashows.com as well as on Facebook social media shows under Let's Talk World. We have a great show for you today. A lot of interesting performers and entertainers. Our local guests today are local singer, entertainers, and tribute artists Miss Mala and Dean Perry. We also have author, international singer, and performer Miss Marshawn Melcher. But we first begin our show with a very talented individual, but a really, really nice guy. He's been performing for over 30 years. He's fairly new to the Vegas scene, but he's been singing all over. He's very talented. Singer, musician, entertainer, and tribute artist, Mr. Billy Fischer. He's going to open our show for us. Mr. Billy Fischer right here.
All right. And I can see clearly now the rain is gone. And I can see all obstacles in my way. And gone are the dark clouds that have me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now, the pain is gone. Both of the bad feelings have disappeared. And here is our rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue sky. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Go to the dark clouds that help me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Yeah, it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Ooh, what a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Oh, thank you.
Fantastic.
How are you? Nice to see you.
Wonderful to see you again, brother. Have a seat.
You got a booster seat for
Oh,
me?
we do.
I just got so great.
He's also known as Little Billy Fischer, but yeah. Great to see you,
How are you?
man. I'm doing well.
It's great to be here.
My producers, while you were singing, they were like, how long is he going to hold that note? I mean, no, that was
My
fantastic.
wife timed it, and it's like 18.6 seconds or
Is it?
something like that. Yeah. Because you hear the original song, and although they have a lot of reverb and stuff going on, I'm like, I want to try to hold that all the way. And I was able to finally conquer it.
You make Johnny Nash proud, right? Yeah.
Very good.
So when was that song released? I mean, not to date us
I want to
or
say
anything.
the 70s, I would imagine. Yeah.
Feel good song. That's
It
great.
is,
Way to
yeah.
set the tone. So.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. So
Appreciate
how are
it.
things going with you? I mean, what's happening?
Going good, really a lot, but I'm in Vegas. I moved here to do a lot. So, although I call myself a vocal impressionist, and I did that back home in Cleveland, out here I just wanted to dip myself into all kinds of things. So I'm currently in a tribute band of Crosby, Stills, and Nash. You wouldn't know because I shaved my mustache, the David Crosby role. I'm going to be a sub for Bee Gees Gold now.
Oh, wow.
So that's what
wow.
I'm working on now.
Fantastic.
But I perform at the IAC with Nicholas Cole in the lounge. And, I still do my solo stuff. I'm at where I'm at, Skyline Casino tomorrow from 6:30 to 9:30.
Right
Using
on.
tracks, and it's just been fun.
Oh, wow.
I'm also doing Reno's All-Star Jam. I'm going to be hosting his show this Sunday at Saddles and Spurs. And then I'm doing TV show Rainmaker Production. Dana knows what that's all about. In a Vegas-style show. It's called Vegas 3 with Carmine Mandia and Genevieve.
Yeah.
It's a weekly show that we do once a month.
Show. Wow. So you were busy. So,
Yeah, so far so good.
So having been here you moved here, what, a year ago?
No, it'll be 4 years in November.
4 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So originally from
Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland,
Dayton,
Ohio.
Ohio here.
Yeah,
So,
all right.
yeah.
Very good.
So a lot of things going on with that. Tell us more about the Bee Gees. That's fairly new.
You know,
right?
when I was just at home in Cleveland, I have 2 grandchildren there, so it was great to see them. But I did a 50th wedding anniversary. That's why I went out there originally and was able to get some gigs. And I got a call from John Acosta from the Bee Gees Gold. He plays Barry Gibb. And he said, hey, man, what are you doing? I'm looking for a sub for Robin Gibb. So, although I contacted him about 3 years ago. We touched base because he was looking for a bass player sub. I play some instruments a little bit. So I was learning some bass parts for him and possibly to sub for Robin Gibb. But they want a Robin Gibb sub altogether. The gentleman that does it, Mark Hall Spites, who's a great entertainer out here in Vegas, he doesn't want to travel much anymore, so he wants to stay more local. So whenever he doesn't want the gig, I'll take it. So, so I already got the wig, I already got my blue glasses, and taller shoes I have to wear.
So that's going to be where?
Actually, they travel. So I'm going to be going to Indiana with them. Then we're going to Washington State, Florida, Michigan, and that's all before the end of the year. And then 2022, I'm hoping to do some gigs with them.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fantastic! Wow, you're all over the place, which is great. Fortunate.
It's been great. Yeah.
It's like feast or famine. Like when it stays busy, you try to stay as busy as you can.
I kind of like being that way, or having people look at me like a dog going, like when they turn their heads like, what? Who is what? Because I try to do all kinds of things.
Dude, what are you going to do next?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I know you're a fairly humble person, but you're bass guitarist and regular guitarist for many years.
About 35 years. Everything's by ear. I can't read music, and my mom wrote music note for note when I was a kid. She couldn't sing a lick though, but she wrote some great songs that I'd really like to put to she has a 45 record that was put out country style that had a vocal entertainer on her doing it, but I'd love to redo that somewhere down the road.
So how was your mom influential in getting you into music, or how did this all come about?
No. I have 6 siblings, so I watched my older brother, who's 10 years older, play guitar down the basement with his buddies, singing 3-part harmonies. So I got 3 brothers and 2 sisters. I grew up singing harmony, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Eagles, America, you name it. I can sing harmony parts, and that's what I love. So when I entertain out here, although I use tracks on stuff, there's nothing better than live music. And for me, is harmony. So if I'm going to do a song, if I'm going to be part of any group, man, I want to hear some harmony, and I want to be part of it. I'll step back and do the harmony and let somebody else be up front, so I can just be up here, anywhere, blend in. So there's nothing better than that. So,
well, that's what I love about you. You're so versatile. I mean, I've heard you sing from beautiful jazz to, like your Johnny Nash song here, but now knowing that you're going to be working with the Bee Gees, doing the
Crosby, Stills and Nash thing
Crosby,
too.
Stills and Nash,
yeah,
and then
it's cool. There's a couple. I call myself a vocal impressionist. I like to imitate the artist, but add my own little flavors. So I could do Frankie Valli, and then go to Louis Armstrong. A couple that I can't do. I could do Neil Diamond. Everybody doesn't, but I call myself. If I do Neil Diamond, it's Neil Cubic Ciccone, because I'm not now Neil Diamond. And then Johnny Cash is Johnny Counterfeit Cash.
Johnny Counterfeit.
Because I can't get there. I can.
You have your own variety show. You could.
Yeah. So I have fun. I love comedy. I love. So I try to be goofy when I do stuff too.
Hey, so what's going on with the Personality Awards? I think that
it was canceled, I believe.
Was it?
It was, and only because of what's going on. And I talked to Luke Perry. He's a great guy, and he just wasn't. There were some issues going with the establishment, and it wasn't their fault. It's just what's happening with society right now.
Uh-huh.
So it was best that he canceled it until next year. And hopefully
But you were an honoree.
I was part of it.
Yeah, as well as Dana Day.
I was very taken by that. I'm like, give it to somebody else. I'm just a little guy. You know, it's like,
no.
But I appreciate what he told me. I mean, try to be, humble and just be a nice guy and work with people. And if I'm getting it for that, sure, I'll take it.
Well, what can you tell us more about Rainmaker Studios, Sam Shockley? She tunes in.
Yeah, Sam Shockley
sometimes,
and Patrick. They're awesome people. I met Patrick about 6 months after I moved out here. He saw me at one of the shows that I did for Desert Production, Ed Matthews, at the Suncoast Casino. And it was a variety show. And I had coffee with him, and he wanted to put together his own show as well. And so I did a few shows with him that we had at the Bootlegger, I believe at the Suncoast again. And I'm not sure where else. There's a couple other places we did.
Suncoast is fun.
It's a great
isn't
place,
it?
yeah.
Now, so they didn't reopen, I don't think.
Not
right?
yet, no.
But that's a huge stage there, and I
Yeah.
believe that's where I first saw you perform.
Okay.
There years ago. Yeah, so that's
Very cool.
That's
Very
great.
cool.
So did you just recently come back from a trip, Canyon Lake or something?
Yes,
in
this
California?
past Saturday I was at Canyon Lake Country Club with the Crosby, Stills and Nash guys. And the guy that plays Graham Nash, his name is Bill Deloche. He was with Frankie Valli for over 25 years as his keyboard player. There's video of him on YouTube of him singing, "Late December back in '63." He sang that. And Keith Neal's in it, who's with Ken Foote and Las Vegas Goodfellas.
Yeah.
He's the Stephen Stills, and he plays with Frankie Shinta as well. And then there's me. I have the tall shoes on. I put a wig on, and the mustache I have to grow. And I just recently bought some fake mustaches to try to put them on, because I don't know. I want to juggle both, but I can't. I don't have the Chia mustache to try to get that mustache going on in a hurry. So.
But you're having fun with
I'm having
those?
fun.
I mean,
I'm having
so
fun.
many different
I'd
things.
have to give credit to my wife, and today's our anniversary, by the way.
Oh, congratulations.
But I want to give her.
Say hi to shout out to your wife.
I love you, Elaine. Happy anniversary. 9 years,
Elaine.
9 big ones.
Wow.
And she's my bread and butter. She's got the good job and is enabling me to do what I do. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But I've always told her if I got to get a job, I'm a notary public out here. So
you are.
anybody needs something signed, let me know.
Yeah.
So I am doing that. Whatever it takes.
Wow. Yeah. So with the Vegas 3, that's with Genevieve and Carmine.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Is that,
It's great. It's something again Patrick came up with, and Carmine's the host, and Genevieve and myself are co-hosts. We each sing a song. Carmine starts the show, and then we have a guest entertainer that comes and performs a couple songs as well. And it's been great. It's been great. The idea with that, if we get enough shows under our belt, we can come up with a 90-minute show to maybe go out on the road with, or around here put on a show.
But in the meantime, we could see you on Vegas
on the
Beyond
road,
the Strip, right?
Vegas Beyond the Strip through the Roku channel. But you can log on to www.vegasbeyondthestrip, and then you'll find Vegas 3 through that. It's a subscription, but it's really cheap. And it's great. I mean, there's not only our show, there's all kinds of other shows on there.
Yeah.
Great entertainers locally, and then these people go elsewhere too. They're more than local.
It's like a Vegas Netflix.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah,
exactly.
and it's wonderful to know that you're on there and to see you in the
it's
studio.
been a pleasure, and again, I'm very taken back by it all. And just loving life. I mean, I never. People say, "Well, you live in the dream." I said, I don't know what my dream was. I wanted to join a circus out of high school and be shot through a cannon, land in a net, So I thought about clown college, but that didn't pan out. The only other thing is working on cruise ships. So I'm getting close to maybe doing that. So, but outside that, I just enjoy doing it.
Yeah. Well, you're great at what you do. Fantastic voice and entertainer, and so versatile. That's exactly what we need here in Las Vegas. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a short break, but Mr. Billy Fischer, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, sir.
We appreciate you so much. Thank you. We'll be back in just a moment. Thank you. How you guys doing? Welcome. Thank you for joining us today on socialmediashows.com as well as on Facebook social media shows under Let's Talk World. We have a great show for you today. A lot of interesting performers and entertainers. Our local guests today are local singer, entertainers, and tribute artists Miss Mala and Dean Perry. We also have author, international singer, and performer Miss Marshawn Melcher. But we first begin our show with a very talented individual, but a really, really nice guy. He's been performing for over 30 years. He's fairly new to the Vegas scene, but he's been singing all over. He's very talented. Singer, musician, entertainer, and tribute artist, Mr. Billy Fischer. He's going to open our show for us. Mr. Billy Fischer right here.
All right. And I could see clear